Imagine for a second that your brain was perfect and you remembered everything that you read, you remembered every piece of video content you've ever consumed, and you had a way to organize your ideas and access all that knowledge in a conversational way where you could literally talk to that second brain, that perfect brain. Now that may sound like science fiction, but right now in 2024, it's actually possible. And in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how that is possible and how you can create a second brain that you can use as your secret weapon in life and in business. So follow along, I'm gonna show you right now. If you're like me, then every day you're either reading articles, you're watching YouTube videos, you're listening to podcasts, consuming books, whether that's audio or you're reading them, and all of that information is swirling around your brain. And unfortunately, most of our brains can't remember it all and can't put it to good use. And even though I consume so much content on a regular basis, it's so difficult to remember every single nugget of wisdom that I come across. It's so difficult to remember every single action item, every idea I've had from that content, from consuming that, and what I want to do next. So it got me thinking, is there some type of technology out there that exists that would allow me to digest all this information in a much more efficient way, allow me to reference back to it, and allow me to organize my life and my business by creating what I would call a second brain. So I went down the rabbit hole to try to find if there is a piece of technology or multiple pieces of technology that would allow me to build what I was envisioning, what I was dreaming about. And the first thing I came across is a book called Building a Second Brain. It's a great book, but the interesting part is it was created before the invention of some of these newer tools. And some of these newer tools will allow you to create this second brain, a total depository of all the information you consume on a daily basis that you can actually have a conversation with, conversational AI. So imagine being able to have a digital conversation with this second brain and say, hey, I remember I read something a couple months ago that talked about how to get more YouTube views. Can you do me a favor and summarize exactly what I was consuming and give me the action steps required to achieve that goal? And then in a matter of seconds, the system would be able to digest the information that you've consumed previously, summarize it, and spit out those action items one at a time, even assign those as tasks or subtasks inside of a system. How valuable would that be for you? And as I started to go deeper down the rabbit hole, I realized that this dream is not only possible, it exists today. And there are people doing this today. Like, man, how much more efficient would I be? How much more productive would I be? How much better would I be in business and my personal life if I had a system like this? And I want to show you what I've discovered thus far and the simple steps you can take towards creating your own second brain. So let's jump in. So the first thing I did was sit down and try to reverse engineer my day. And I urge you to do the same thing. What are you doing every single day in your life and in your business? Most likely, you're having meetings, you're writing emails, communicating with staff or clients. You're also doing other things, more creative. Maybe you're thinking of ideas. You're learning new things. You're consuming content with articles, videos, podcasts, whatever it may be. You're also probably on social media. You're learning more about things that are in current events, in the news. You're talking to friends. You're talking to family. And you're probably also running your business, at least if you're watching this video. So all of these things are happening on a daily basis, and we're using this imperfect system and relying on our short-term memory and long-term memory to be able to remember all these things. And more importantly, remember to implement them, or even have a plan to do that. So we're at a massive disadvantage from a psychological perspective because the brain was not designed to do all of these things and keep them organized, right? That's not how we evolved. The next logical thing that I thought is, how do I organize all of these inputs and outputs, right? Because there's inputs, I'm taking in information, there's outputs, I'm spitting out information, whether that's text, audio, etc. So how do you create an organized repository of all this information, all these inputs and outputs? And actually what I discovered is through a combination of software, this is possible. This is possible now. Hopefully this is getting you excited because this is going to make your memory near perfect and give you the ability to implement things that you typically only dream of. So I hope this is getting your wheels turning, you're excited, and I want to show you which applications are required to make this engine run. Now that said, there are way better videos that are going to go through the fine details of how to set this up, but I want to give you the high level of what you need right now to start making traction immediately. So let me show you what those are. So the first one is a tool called Readwise. So this is Readwise. I'll put a link in the description to the actual site, but you can check it out here, readwise.io, and it allows you to do a number of things. So you can save any type of article, you can save tweets, you can save social media posts, you can save videos, you can even highlight on the actual page using their browser extension, which is super cool. So I'll give you an example. Let's say I'm surfing the web here and I find an article that I really want to remember. I want to remember this content. right? This is important. 6 ways to grow your YouTube channel. All I do is click this Readwise highlighter up here, and it saves it automatically. And I can start to highlight. I could even tag this as marketing related or any tag system I set up. And I can even begin to highlight things and say that this is very important here. And this will remember next time I visit here what I've highlighted. So it makes it so effective and so efficient to be able to manage the content that you're consuming. So that's step 1, right? And you can do this anywhere. You can do this even on social media. Let's say I want to track a particular person, or there's a tweet that I want to be able to go back to, where I want this information in my sort of AI repository that I can reference later. I can do the same thing. I can click on this tweet, I can click Readwise, and it will move it into my Readwise account, which is super interesting to me, and I think a very effective way to be able to organize the information at hand. Let's quickly dive into Readwise so I can show you what that looks like. The dashboard's automatically updated by the most recent things that you've added, and then there are subcategories. If I just want to check out articles that I have saved, I can click on the articles. I want to check out books. I have my books in here. Emails, PDFs, tweets. If I want to look at what tweets are here, I have them as well. Videos, and so on and so forth. Hopefully you see the potential here. Just this in and of itself is so powerful, even if you don't go to step 2 and create a database that you can actually speak with using AI. If you just use this, you would be way more productive, right? Because now you have the ability to organize your thoughts, you have the ability to organize all of the content that you're consuming on a regular basis, bookmark things in a way to actually get back to it, not that endless bookmarks bar that you literally never check. Right, so hopefully you're seeing how powerful something like this is to just keep organized in terms of what you're consuming on a regular basis. But there's a way to take it a step further, and that's by integrating this with a secondary tool that allows more magic to happen. And that tool is called Notion. Notion syncs up to Readwise and allows you to keep so many things organized. It's basically a custom management system that you can develop based on your needs to track everything. You can get so deep into Notion if you want to that this can be almost your life operating system. Right? It really can. The possibilities with this tool are truly endless, and if you dig into some videos on YouTube, you're going to see people that have created these true life operating systems that are so customized to them. It's incredible. But even from a high level, Notion can help with a lot. Helps with your daily tasks, helps with your workflow, can help organize your calendar, can help organize all of the content that you have consumed through Readwise. So let me show you what I mean by that. Notion can be a game changer for any business owner, any solopreneur, anybody with a large team, small team, doesn't matter. It gives you the ability to not only take all of the content that you've consumed in an organized fashion and be able to reference it and action on it, but also gives you the ability to stay organized. You have everything from travel planning in here, reading lists, a task database. You can create your own life operating system. And there's a number of great videos if you type in life operating system Notion that will show you how to build your life operating system. And I'm in the middle of that now. And once it's done, I'll make another video on that so everybody can consume it. So don't forget to like and subscribe to see that journey and see step by step how I'm actually doing that. You also have really cool things in here, like a project planner to manage your own personal projects as well as maybe company projects. And one of my favorite things, the number one thing about this tool, is that it syncs up with Readwise, so all of your information can come over from Readwise, as well as the Notion AI. This gives you the ability to talk to your database, to talk to a perfect version of you that remembers everything you read, everything you listened to, everything you watched, and gives you a way to search through that and action on all of the learnings that you've had. I know this is a 30,000 foot view, but hopefully you're getting excited in seeing the potential of what's possible when you leverage specific tools and when you leverage AI to its fullest potential. So many people think AI is a massive threat to their job, right? But I think first, the biggest threat to people's jobs and people's businesses is not just AI, it's people that know how to use AI. So if you know how to use AI, I think you're gonna have a massive advantage in both the short and long term versus someone that doesn't. Imagine going against someone in business that has a database that's filled out with all best practices, all the information they've consumed, all different plans, structures, strategies from some of the greatest minds in the world, meaning they've been able to take videos, books, podcasts, and distill it down into an AI that can communicate with them, instruct them, guide them, keep them on track. How much more effective is that person going to be than someone that is relying on just the good old-fashioned brain? The brain that forgets things, the brain that is unorganized, and obviously some people are better than others, but you're still only human. This is taking being human to the next level. I truly believe that. So I urge you to spend some time and energy figuring out, is there a strategy here for you? Where can tools like this be useful in your life and in your business? Spend the time, energy, and effort to implement them, whatever that is for you, and it's definitely gonna be worth your time. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I want to continue to build this out and show you the progress along the way and help you be more efficient and grow your business every step of the way. So I want to thank you. See you in the next one.